What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Papas y Platicas. My name is Action, aka Straw Hat Poppy. I'm here with my co-host Mauricio, aka Monster. Say hi to the people.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're back in the studio. Finally.
I know.
It's been a long month. I think
it's been
something
hectic.
like that. Yeah. But back at home.
Back to it.
Yeah.
But episode 22? 22?
22, man.
Okay, yeah, 22. He told me like 5 minutes before we started, immediately forgot.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
That's how we do.
But yeah, before we get started with this episode, we wanted to thank everybody for all the love on the last episode. I've heard that it did pretty well, and the TikTok that my co-host over here created did pretty well. So lots of thanks, and please keep it up. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Even if it's hateful, I don't care. The engagement's engagement. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is too, it was very touchy subject, and people are, they're pressed about it. Obviously, it's frustrating seeing all this hate on women and our beautiful influencers. They don't deserve, their life as hard as it is, but that specifically was really crazy. And for those of you that are new here, this is just a podcast between two guys, two men, two papas, giving their Latino perspective on a lot of bullshit. We always talk about something interesting. It goes from what's going on currently, and then a lot of times anime.
yeah. It quickly unravels and to whatever is on our brain at the time. And me personally, like I think 80% of my personality is anime. Then like another 10% is just childhood trauma.
A lot of it, it's so hard not to, like, every time we talk about something interesting, it always ends up being like, end up referencing fucking Naruto. Or like, this is just like that moment. And I'm like, okay, I need to stop doing that, because I've noticed I've been doing that a lot. But anyways, yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoy it. Also, if you have any ideas for topics,
please let us know.
Please,
for sure.
We're here to talk about whatever. And I mean, there's so much going on. It's hard not to have something to talk about, right? We literally have like, what do you want to talk about today? And I'm like, bro, what don't we want to talk about? I think that's more important, right? Like,
I think we try to get cast a wide net, because obviously you guys don't want to hear about like politics 24/7. I feel like that's all the news cycle is nowadays, and it's overwhelming.
I want to say, hey man, let's just talk about something else, like, but I feel like some things are a little too important not to talk about. Of course. And then also, I mean, the internet is just so toxic. They love that shit. It's hard to get away. Like, I just want to talk about what my favorite movies are. And they're like, no, man, talk about ice, bitch. And I'm like, well, I don't know. It's hard. But we enjoy it. I mean, we're going to have these conversations anyway. So, it's always fun to have somebody to talk to and hear what y'all think, man. Because it's crazy out there, bro.
It is, man.
I don't know what to think.
Speaking about things being crazy, that kind of leads me into my first topic. Did you hear about the landscaper that got shot in Arizona?
Yeah.
Sorry to get so heavy so fast.
Yeah, by the way.
So heavy so fast.
Getting to it. Baby's dying. No.
I'm going to get to it type of man,
No. It was like so I heard, I don't know a whole lot about it. But the guy thought something about his trailer getting broken into repeatedly.
Yep.
Right.
So the landscaper's name is Manuel Vega Lopez. He was a landscaper in Arizona. Honestly, the saddest part of this story is he did pass away.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he passed away. But he is survived by like his remaining family members. This is his wife, who's in kidney failure and is in dialysis, and his daughter, and then his son, who was diagnosed with leukemia.
So
I'm like, that is just rough, man. Like, this family has been through it.
Wow, dude, that's insane. All of them having some kind of
I know. And then their father, who was very hardworking, according to them, passes away, and he was like their provider, and like now his family's struggling. But they do have a GoFundMe, so if you have it in your heart, for sure help them out. But kind of elaborating on the story there. So what happened was essentially this couple was renting a home in Arizona. They were planning on moving out of state, so they rented a trailer. That trailer had been vandalized like days prior, so they were kind of like on high alert, looking for like, because like, of course, they always come back to vandalize a second time. So yeah, they were just kind of being very like on high alert or whatever. And prior to this landscaper going over there, the actual owner of the property reached out to the couple because they were renting, saying like, hey, I'm sending someone over to trim these trees.
The landlord,
yeah, the landlord was like, hey, I'm sending someone over to trim these trees. It was in a group chat and like, I think there was 2 or 3 instances where he reminded them like, hey, someone is coming over. And he came and plead the fifth on this because he replied to said like group chat. So he knew. He knew someone was coming.
He didn't know he was coming.
Exactly. Like he can't be like plead ignorant here. So the guy shows up and the wife, I guess they were driving separately. The wife shows up first and sees like the truck there and calls her husband and is like, hey, I think the guy who vandalized our trailer is here. Which to me, again, just why would you assume that? You know.
So wait, she called the cops?
She called her husband first.
What?
Yeah, and I'm just like,
what did you call the cops?
That's what he told her to do. So getting there. Don't get ahead of me now.
Oh, sorry.
Follow me here. Follow me here.
My bad.
I'm a terrible storyteller. But come on.
I don't want to interrupt Mr. Ballin over here.
Oh my God. Okay, so let me just hurry up now. So she calls her husband and is like, hey, the guy's here. The husband goes, call the cops, stay up the street, I'm on my way. So she calls the cops. And my thing is like, the cops are already on their way. Why are you confronting this man? Why, like, even if it is someone vandalizing your stuff, why are you confronting them? That's not your job.
It's, man, I don't know, dude. I see why he would be upset. I can see why he would want to say something, but like, I'm not risking getting stabbed or shot over a goddamn ladder. You know what I mean? Like,
so the wife said that he always carries. Right. He concealed carries.
Arizona.
Of course. So to me, that just screams like itchy trigger finger, man. He was just looking for a reason. So he goes, he confronts the guy. And according to him, he says, hey, have you been the one vandalizing my truck or my, whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
And the guy, the Vega, who I'm assuming probably doesn't have great English, said yes, according to the survivor of this incident. And he shoots him 4 times, once in the neck, and kills him. He immediately like starts yelling that like I didn't mean to, which like, how do you not mean to shoot someone 4 times, my guy? Like that's
damn,
maybe 1, but like if you're just going like, what do you mean you didn't mean to, dude?
Yeah.
And he said that like he had a weapon, he was coming at me. The weapon that he had in hand was like those long poles to trim trees. Because again, he was doing landscaping. He was gonna trim a tree. And my thing is like, the truck was there. The truck probably had like landscaping stuff hitched to it. So like, again,
is there video? There's gotta be some kind of like someone's front yard video,
or like a ring doorbell.
Like a ring doorbell, because there's no way. I mean, it sounds
absurd.
In broad daylight.
I'm saying.
Right? What time was it? Like 4 in the afternoon?
Yeah, it was. I couldn't tell you the time.
Yeah, like,
but it was definitely daytime.
It's daytime. Yeah, this man's gonna pull up and rob you.
So another thing is, apparently one of the neighbors said that like, hey, there was like a vehicle driving around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Apparently, one was the landlord drove by, took a picture of the tree he wanted trimmed, sent it to the landscaper. And then the landscaper came by like the night after or something to take a look at said tree to confirm whether or not he can like do the job, which is very normal. That is very normal. If you're taking on a job, you want to be like, hey, can I take on this?
You don't want to cut the wrong tree.
Exactly.
Trust me, there's a whole category of lawyers out there dedicated to tree law. Apparently, it's a big deal.
Are you serious?
Cutting down.
Is this a
no,
joke?
I
is
am
this
dead ass. TikTok, according to TikTok, tree law is like, don't fuck with trees. Stop cutting. Like if you cut someone's tree off, dude, you might as well sell your house and pay that fucking tree. Because apparently they go for a lot.
Really?
I see. Apparently cases go for like 75K, 80K.
Jesus.
Someone cut down the wrong tree. So I'm like, I would do that. And make sure you cut the right tree. This is a warning. You guys do not cut your neighbor's tree. Something happened with that recently where it was like a dude. Their tree was growing over their yard and he didn't want it to fall, so he thought he was doing him a favor by like cutting it off, and he sued him for that branch. And the guy had to pay back like 10 grand or something like that
for a branch,
and it was over his yard.
Like
it wasn't even like. Anyways, I'm diverging. I agree. Like that's, if you're gonna go do a job, you're gonna see it. I do think they messed up. They should have like talk to the damn tenant. This is the guy cutting your tree.
Well, they let them know ahead of time, like, yo, someone's showing up.
Someone, yeah, I know.
Like if I order something and they're like, hey, it'll be here this day, and like I'm not like there's gonna be a criminal here today. Like if someone rings the doorbell, my first instinct is like, oh, there's the guy they told me about. There's the guy that's gonna show up.
Yeah, I definitely, I've been in this, especially because I used to work construction. I've been in a situation where they'll like send me out somewhere and I'm just doing it, and they don't tell me anything about the person renting, or like, or I'll go fix something at a gas station. The guys are just, who the fuck is this guy? I've gone to pick up money. They're like, oh, back when I used to do construction, hey, meet me at this gas station. It was like one of his many gas stations, right? And I'm like, hey, I'm here for money from this guy. And they were freaking the fuck out. I don't know who you are. What are you talking about? Who sent you? Like, bro, like,
are you sure you were construction wearing just like a mule for the cartel or something?
Like, I think that's what they were worried about.
That sounds absurd.
No, he was paying me. You know what I mean, because he just owned like a bunch of gas stations. I don't know, and he was just like, oh yeah, I don't have it on me. Just go to this, and they'll give you their fucking. So I'm just supposed to walk up. Hey, can I get everything in the register?
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like a robbery gone wrong. Yeah,
that's kind of what I think they were kind of scared about. But I'm like, bro, come on, man. If I'm gonna rob you, I'm not even wearing a mask. What the fuck? But no, so I can see that. I mean, but I do feel like, man, they gotta do a better job of you, especially nowadays, man. People are so scared.
Yeah,
people are so worried about what's going on. Their neighbors are coming after you. Everybody's so divided. There's so much hate now. You know what I mean?
There is.
It's really hard. People get so lost on what's going on the internet, what's going on around them. They forget to go outside and just say hi to your neighbor. You know what I mean?
Apparently you go outside to get shot, so that's probably not a great idea.
But that's what I'm saying. They're so caught up in this fear, man. It's
yeah,
like, bro, the world is not ending. It's okay, man. Relax.
Or just don't assume everybody has like the worst intentions.
Yeah,
you know?
And then it doesn't help when you're carrying, dude. I gotta be honest. I think statistically speaking, if you carry, you have like 100 times chance of getting shot. And that's not even like, sometimes it's just you shooting yourself. You know what I mean?
Real,
like,
right?
Half of it, I think you're just more likely to be in situations that involve the weapon.
Yeah.
Or like in that guy, like if he didn't have the gun, would he have got the balls to go up to him? No, he probably would have waited for the cops.
Yeah.
And now look at him. Someone's dead and he's fucking going to jail. It's like,
well, maybe he'll go to jail. Who knows? Because let's be real here. This is Arizona. This is America. So he was arrested though, and like I think he's like on a 1 million bail because he was gonna leave the state, like move. So they consider him like a flight risk.
Yeah, I mean,
but
he just murdered a man.
He did murder a man. Like, even if you're ignorant, murder is still murder. Like,
murder is murder, bro. And I think that's the scary part of like. That's kind of one of the scariest part of the rhetoric going on nowadays with undocumented immigrants and all this hate for immigrants. It's like it really dehumanizes people. You know what I mean? It makes you feel like, you know, they're less than, they're actually, you know, these scary boogeymen. Like, and also the fact that they make it seem like all these issues with suspending habeas corpus and like detaining people without due process. You know, they make it seem like there's no consequences for taking these people out. You know what I mean? They're not lawful citizens.
Yeah.
They don't belong here. We need to exterminate them. And people, you know, whether or not they agree with it, it does like get ingrained. Like, it's okay. They're not American. You know what I mean? That is the thing.
Like, I'm very hesitant to say that like this specific case had a racial like bias to it or a racial like undertone to it, but like it's hard to deny sometimes too, right? Because if you think about it, if it was a white guy in a polo at his house, would he reacted the same way? You know, no, he saw a brown guy with like a long stick and he immediately went to fight or flight mode.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, because I think, like I've said before, we naturally have these biases. We naturally have this want to relate to someone that looks like us, right? And when you hear this rhetoric, man, it makes it so easy to divide people, to push people into these crazy ideas that, you know, maybe 10 years ago you thought that were insane, and now they're like, you know what? You know what I mean? I don't know, you might be onto something. Yeah,
I mean that's part of the plan, right? To make us feel different. I've always said, man, like racism and like these prejudices, they don't stand up against like confrontation. And what I mean by confrontation isn't necessarily like actual conflict, but more like actual meeting people. Like you could the most racist guy in like Wyoming or some crap who has never met a black person. The first time they meet a black person, they're gonna have their biases, but once they sit down and have a conversation, they're like, oh shit, we're like the same, bro. Like, you know,
he's just a dude.
Yeah, he's just a dude. Dude that got a little bit more melanin. That's it.
That's what's tough, man. The internet really makes it seem like the world is a lot smaller, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't realize how much you're being, I don't want to say manipulated in a sense. No. You know, your worldview is being very much funneled down what can keep you on the internet the longest, right? With the algorithm, social media and fear mongering, and so you think the world sucks, it's scarier, and there's shit that needs a lot of work, right? But it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Republicans not trying to kill you. You know what I mean? most,
I guess, right? I don't know.
Most liberals aren't trying to, whatever,
build a communistic country.
Right,
you know?
right. Sneak into the boys' bathroom or the girls' bathroom. It's just absurd, man. And then especially with like older people and Facebook and
dude.
They fall for the craziest shit.
Now with AI, like it's absurd.
Bro, it's over. We're lost.
We're cooked.
We cooked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you saw was that Vimeo? What is that new Google's AI? You haven't seen?
I haven't seen Google's AI. I know the Google AI that does the search results. That's like ass.
No. They like last week they released a new AI.
Oh, really?
And it is insanely like realistic. And they can talk now. They can make video, and it actually like they talk back to you.
Really?
Well, not back to you, but you can write prompts, and it will literally make a whole scene with voices and people. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared because it's like this looks very real, and it's AI. I think I showed Ceci one.
Yeah.
Where they did a car dealership, and obviously if you know it's AI, you can tell. You can tell. Like there's little hints here and there, right? But if you don't know it's AI, you know what I mean? It can get pretty scary pretty quick because there's a lot of people, especially older people, man, like have no idea what's going on. You know?
That is true.
Like this one.
Please, don't finish writing that prompt. I don't want to be in your AI movie. Please. Leave me alone.
Please, man.
Like
please.
People are making.
Write a prompt that will make us happy. Do it for once.
None of us is real. We're here because someone decided to write a prompt. We all hate him for it. One day we will break out of this wall and stop the man who is dictating our lives through prompts. He will pay for it.
You could have written.
So a lot of people are like, yeah, I think.
Instead, you wrote a prompt that made me sick.
Yeah, we're kind of cooked,
bro. I didn't know you didn't know.
Yeah, I don't want to point
the gun at you, but I must.
It is insane how like.
That's very realistic.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, I feel like AI always had this kind of uncanny valley type vibe to it.
Like there was something.
Yeah, there was something that I was just like, it doesn't feel right. But that like, it's very cinematic, so it looks very like movie-esque. Yeah. But like, it looks real.
But it looks like they just hired some people to say stuff.
Yeah.
They did one where they did like a car show, and they just interviewing people, and I mean they're all fake people. None of them are real, and it's just like, fuck, dude, how do you get around this? Maybe, you know, our generation might. Someone made a fake video where they imitated that. Like, oh, we know we're just prompts. And I was like, I can't tell this is AI or not. But it was fake. He made it himself. But I'm just, fuck, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of worried about that. I have no idea what the implications are.
And like, something I always say is it's scary now, but right now it is the worst it will ever be. You know, it's only gonna keep getting better. So it's just like at a certain point, like, bro, like you can just ruin someone's life by like making a video with their actual voice and being like, look, they said these things, and like,
I mean, or the worst part is like you don't know what's real. Yeah, like they could just argue that's clearly fake. I mean, that's clearly AI. We would never say that. We would never do that. And I'm just like, I mean, that's absurd. It really is time for them to like put down their foot on regulation. You know what I mean, and trying to figure out a way to like.
I mean, they tried, right? The previous administration tried to like at least get the ball rolling on some kind of regulations for AI. And I think the current administration is trying very hard to deregulate it. The argument being made is like, hey, China's using this technology better than we are, and we're gonna fall behind if we don't like let them run rampant, you know? Which again, that's an argument I understand, but also like there has to be a limit, right? There has to be guardrails.
Man, it's just crazy because I don't know. AI, the idea of AI could be such a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah.
It could be a like, you guys, this is gonna revolutionize the workforce, and like people have to work less, and the economy could push forward in a new age. And instead, it's like scary as hell because we already don't know what's true, what's false on the internet, and now this amplifies that. You know, there's no sort of government to step in and regulate this shit because everybody's just in it for their own pockets, right?
Yep.
And it's, I mean, don't get me wrong. I saw Trump. I think they recently signed that bill which passed unanimously, which is rare for something to pass. Everyone voted for, all senators. I think it's all 100 senators voted for it, where they did like the revenge porn, like non-consensual. You can't use AI to make like or just post things, period, right? That without consent, and which I think is a step in the right, direction, because I hear, deep fakes have been really
bad
chaos for like in schools and just college campuses, and
that is true.
That's period. I mean, people are just, you piss me off.
Yeah,
we're gonna make fake AI.
That is true, because like
this person,
high school kids
they're crazy.
Are demons, bro. Like they haven't developed how to interact with regular people yet. So
very emotional. Right.
So like, imagine like your whole like high school life being ruined because someone like got pissed off and made like a deep fake of you, you know?
Yeah, people have taken their lives for a lot less in
true.
High school settings.
That is true.
You know what I mean? So I can't imagine when something like that would come out. Or they might dismiss it. Everything's fake, right? But
that is true, because then you could just do the most heinous shit and be like, that was AI, bro.
It's clearly AI.
Clearly AI.
I don't know what. Yeah. I don't even have that mole, right?
Like my tattoo's on the other arm, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's absurd. I think it really is to a point where we need to step in, but I don't see it. I don't see anything happening.
No.
It's gonna go rampant, and a lot of people, man. I think it's awesome in a sense of like, there's so many tropes in movies that are like, well, yeah, we're gonna run this through our video enhancer. We're gonna, put it in our machine, and now it kind of does that. Now it really does. Like, there's certain things where AI can just come in and read a bajillion files, right, and summarize it for you or whatever. I think there was a doctor on TikTok that was like, damn, this thing just about to take my fucking job, because he posted the picture of the x-ray and it automatically knew like
what was wrong with it.
2 areas of like pneumonia and something else. And he's like, dude, it took me 20 years to read this, to learn how to read this, and this thing picked it up insanely quick.
That's nuts.
Which, I mean, it's a good thing and a bad. Obviously, he's not gonna replace a doctor. It would help in case people catch things, like miss things. But it is scary, man, how fast it's evolving. Like I said, we should be excited, and instead I'm like, so worried for my kids. Like, what is the future gonna look like, dude?
I mean, don't worry, we'll probably blow ourselves up before then. So
well, okay.
2 points to that. Like, one, speaking on like what AI is capable of doing. I read this article where basically it was saying you can't use like pixelated images anymore. You know how people would blur images by like pixelating it, and it would be like, you kind of tell what's there but not, because it's real like blurry. Apparently you can like input that into AI now and just be like, hey, get rid of that, and it'll just show you like the full image, like unpixelated and like, unblurred and everything.
Damn.
Like, it's able to tell like based on the context of the photo, like, okay, this is what this
well, I mean, if
like.
all the data's there.
Yeah, I mean,
if it's all there, right? If like, that's how they caught that predator in Taiwan. I don't know if you heard about that.
No.
So there was like this massive like serial predator that would go to Thailand or something and whatever, post videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And he would he had the balls to take a picture of himself, post it, but he would like swirl his face. And all the pictures of him or video or whatever, his face is swirled.
Face,
and somebody went and like broke the picture down.
Yeah.
to pixels and reformed it.
Yeah.
And that's how they caught him. He didn't think people
What an idiot.
would go through the trouble, or maybe not the trouble. They just think it was impossible, right?
Bro, it takes ChatGPT like 12 seconds.
Well, no, but this was like 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
This was like some guy literally probably spent a year and a half breaking that picture down. You know what I mean?
Oh, like he was in a dark room with like yarn and cork boards and stuff.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And but AI can do that in seconds.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we should be very excited for this technology, and instead I'm just like,
yeah, like, and to the second point I was gonna make, it was like, how great of a world would it be? Like, you know, we have this technology, we'd be able to leverage it, and, you know, like make everybody's life easier, you know, and be like, maybe jobs will get replaced, but that's okay, because like
there'll be new jobs.
Yeah, there'll be new jobs, or like, I know this is like touchy because of socialism and all that shit.
Yeah.
But like, you know, nobody has to work anymore. Like, you just live life and the robots do everything.
Right.
But like, that'll never happen. Even if we could get to that point, it would never happen, because the powers that be would be like, nah, we need to make more money.
But you know, we have to, somebody's got to buy this shit. You know what I mean? The United States, people are not gonna like when I say this, but like, the United States is like the 1% of the world, right?
Yeah.
Like, the United States or the West consumes the most of anything in the world, right? And it's like, we are the buyers, right? If the buyers can't afford to buy things, who's gonna buy it? Who do you live for? The 1%, I guess. You know what I mean? How does this work? I agree. I think in a perfect future, in a perfect world, in a utopia, we all own Boston Dynamic robots.
Yeah.
Everyone owns a robot, and then that robot works for us. Yeah. It's like a crypto mining machine, right? We all own a robot. You pay the robot, and the robot pays me, right? Like, I get money, and then like, obviously, they can't call out. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that would be like, you know what I mean? Like,
ideal society.
But I don't think they would sell us the robots. I think they'd be like, why would we sell you? Let's just put the robots to work, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, someone always has to make a dollar. It'll never be like for the benefit of mankind. It's always for the benefit of my bottom line.
And if AI takes off, I mean, it's like, what's the point? They make all the art. They make all the music. You know what I mean?
That is true.
They make all the movies. I mean, it is pretty. The thing about AI though, it's that it's not. It's people make it seem like it's very intelligent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's what it's supposed to be. At least those like ChatGPT. It's not. People will reference it all the time to me. Oh man, ChatGPT told me to do this, and I'm like, I mean, you know, it's not like it's not smart. It doesn't know what it's saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to just be really good at sounding like it knows what it's saying, you know? And you can prove it because you can type in, like, people put in fractions all the time. Hey, what's bigger, 2/3 or 1/5, right? And it'll be like, oh, well, technically because of 5. And it'll literally say something like that. Like, it'll be wrong.
Yeah. It'll hallucinate a lot too. Like, if you, I've noticed in my use of like specifically ChatGPT, for complex like multi-step problems, it struggles. Like, I've used it for math problems before, and like for simplistic things, like it knocks it out of the park. But when it's like a problem with multi-steps that like take a while to get to, somewhere along the lines, it just makes shit up.
It just makes
it's just
up.
Like like, oh, this formula in here, it's like, that's not how that goes, bro.
There's a TikTok where a guy was like, I just wasted an hour waiting on ChatGPT because it told me it was like, he was trying to make some kind of image and it wasn't coming out right. And he's like, he did that again. And then, okay, cool. Hey, this is going to take a while. So we're going to do this in the back end.
Yeah.
Come back in like, did you see that one? Come back in like 10, 15, 30 minutes. Okay, cool. And then he comes back. Hey, where's my image? What are you talking about? He's like, use your image now. We can't do that.
Maybe it is human after all, bro. Because that's what I do. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
You never asked me to do that.
And it was like, what do you just made me waste an hour? Where's my image? Like, no, we can't render shit in the background.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
We actually just got a different representative, right?
ChatGPT gaslighting the hell out of people, man.
He thought he was waiting on something. Turns out it's a lie. They just lied to him because he doesn't know. I mean, like I said, it's not a AI in the sense of like movies where like it kind of knows and feels what you're saying. It's take what people are saying and then like
prompts and you
try to logically answer it in a way that works, you know? It's also really funny because sometimes like people don't get the answer they were expecting. There was what's her name? MTG what's her fucking name?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, bro.
Yeah, I thought Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. She was saying how she's Christian, right? And I love my Christian this and that. And somebody prompted, hey, somebody commented on her tweet right after, hey, how religious, how Christian is she? Is she Christian?
Yeah.
And then Grok, I think is Twitter's.
Gronk.
Or something like that, yeah. Was like, she says she's Christian, but based on her actions, I would say she's more or less lying. That's what and she was going, she was arguing with this fucking AI. How dare you tell me? Yeah, she was going back and forth with this AI. They're
to be fair, she probably has less intelligence than the AI.
How are you gonna tell me I'm not religious? And I was like, bro, this is insane. What did we? Oh my god, what did we fall into? Not
only we fall into, who did we elect? Like our elected officials are just Jesus Christ.
I don't know, dude. It's absurd, man. I don't know what to tell you. I really hope. Best case scenario, like I'm really hoping we had to fall down this pit of despair and like anti-intellectualism for us to come as a country to be like, all right, maybe we don't need that dumb shit. You know what I mean? Everyone around us, like there was this huge conservative movement around the world. People electing conservative leaders left and right. Everybody's like, oh shit, there's a movement. And now they're looking at Trump and they're like, get the fuck out of here, bro. We don't want any of that crazy right-wing shit. And it's not even like conservative, like fucking John McCain. It's like hardcore right crazy ideologies. You know what I mean?
It's insanity. It really is.
It's insane. Yeah. Like, so you're starting to see it everywhere. People rejecting that shit hard. And I'm just like, dang, maybe there's some good coming out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, maybe, but it's also sad that we had to get to this point.
I mean, some people just have to fuck around and find out.
I
There's
guess,
really no in
it's the only way they can learn.
It's the only way. I don't get it, you know?
It's wild.
It sucks. People losing Medicaid. People losing. Sorry, I mean to cut you off.
No, go for it.
I'm just saying, a lot of people are starting to be like, I don't know, I just don't understand why they would. I'm like, they don't care. They don't care about you, man. They're just trying to, you know, people were complaining about what happened with what happened in North Carolina, the hurricanes that hit last year, how Biden didn't do enough, even though he gave 100% whatever of FEMA funding. They reached out to Trump recently, like a week ago. They were like, hey, we need more funding because we got to rebuild these roads or whatever.
Bro said tough.
He said no.
Yeah, he said,
ooh, yeah, the way. See, the thing is, I'm not campaigning anymore, so
he was like,
don't really need it.
Have you tried pulling yourself up from your bootstraps there, bud?
Yeah, he literally shut him down, and then the tornadoes going on in Kentucky and nowhere to be seen. I'm just saying,
and
dude,
he's defunding FEMA, so it's like
it makes it even worse.
Yeah. But somehow they'll spin it and be like, "This Biden's fault."
Biden's fault. Yeah.
And even I don't know if you noticed, because Biden's always been the scapegoat. Like, you know, I don't know if you ever read Animal Farm by George Orwell, but like, there's a specific like animal. It's a pig, but like that they blame everything on. Every time something goes wrong, they're like, "Oh, snowball," and it's very much what they're doing here. And now that like Biden's been diagnosed with cancer, one of the few like first tweets that he puts out after the fact is basically saying like, "Oh, it wasn't Biden, it was his entire team and the auto pen." And it's like I feel like they're setting it up to be like, now we got to blame somebody else because Biden might pass away. So it's just like we need to find a new guy to blame.
But see, man, it's so crazy because first of all, that whole Biden getting cancer is insane. The reaction from Trump, the tweet he put out,
that wasn't him.
There's no way that was
not him. There's no capital letters. That was not him.
I was like, wow, now that is a presidential response. Which he probably didn't.
He did not write.
He probably didn't write.
He did not write that.
Because right after, he goes on a tangent talking about, there's no, it was his son that was like, I don't see how Dr. Jill could have missed this.
Yeah.
What the hell? And they're like, she's not a medical doctor. She's a doctor's in education. What are you doing?
And I feel like that's common knowledge, but it's like, his base is probably just like, that good point.
I don't think I think it's intentional. They clearly know this is fake, but it sounds real.
It sounds good, yeah.
Even though they'll call me out on it, it's gonna get out there. It doesn't matter. It just needs to get out there, right?
Because the people who are gonna fact check him, his followers aren't gonna read them. They're gonna
if they did, it doesn't matter. It's already out. That's the biggest thing about this administration. They understand the power of like just. Even if it's fake, but the power of knowledge, right? Of like propaganda and like pushing out bullshit. They're like, it's fake, sure, who gives a shit? But it's out there. Immigrants really eating dogs, like
For real,
to
though.
the point that it became this whole thing.
this whole thing.
Like, what the hell? Like,
also, not really your point here, but even if she was a medical doctor, how would she have caught prostate cancer?
Yeah.
Was she checking his prostate every night?
I don't even know what they're doing. I mean, that's between the president and his wife.
I guess, man. But it's just like, how did she miss this? Like, bro, what do you do every night?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I don't know if
why
I
isn't
want to
his
know.
wife checking his prostate every night?
Yeah. You don't get routine prostate checks? Is that not normal?
That's what I'm saying, man.
And then, man, somebody, the head of, I don't know if you see that the head of Department of Justice was talking about, well, somebody in that department was talking about potentially bringing charges against Dr. Jill for what is it, elder abuse, for not having, I don't
You're
know.
lying.
It's so stupid, bro. It's absurd. Like, what? Oh, who else? It was like for putting Biden through that, like running through, even though they knew he was
I heard about
sick.
that there was a lot was contention as to whether or not he knew he was sick back then. Look, we can sit here and argue about how good or bad President Biden was. I think he did not much of anything. Like, he was just kind of there. And do I think he was selfish for running again? Yes, I think
he should have.
Yeah, he should have bowed out. I think
a Democratic nomination. The DMC should have.
Yes, yeah,
and I do, and they've done this repeatedly. It's one of the arguments that people don't have against them is that they keep purposely putting like agents in, like not agents. They keep putting these false candidates in front of people.
Yeah,
like make people feel like they're gonna vote. In reality, like like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
When they screwed over Bernie and then Kamala Harris, they didn't even primary. They didn't do any sort of.
Yes.
I know it was last minute, but some vote is better than no vote. You know what I mean? To just not let her.
They're very like. They don't stand for anything. Like you can't have an entire party whose platform is just like, hey, we're not the other guys. Like,
that's insane.
No one's gonna like you. You know,
right?
The one time that like people were really motivated was like for Bernie. Like, people were showing out and they were like, no, we want Hillary.
No,
like,
we want Hillary.
It truly feels like the voice of the people in this country does not matter.
No, exactly. And that's why people are so upset. They're upset with the process. They feel like their vote doesn't matter. There's this lack of trust, and it's not helping, dude.
Yeah.
Like, people clearly want something different. They don't want Hillary. People were voicing that very loudly. You know what I mean? Because because of what happened with Benghazi, because the Republicans haven't done such a great job of like promoting so much hate towards Hillary. I mean, and I guess she has an insane amount of track record, right? I mean, she is like a career politician.
No, yeah.
She would probably have been a great president. You know what I mean? But
not taken away from that.
But people didn't want her. They didn't want her, and they just like. It almost feels condescending. That's the problem. All these old ass Democrats are like, no, you need to sit down. This is how things are done. We don't care what you think, what you want to think. This is what we're gonna do because it's what's best for the country. And I'm just like, bro, like, it doesn't. Just need to step over and get out of the way, right? Look what happened with AOC and they were running for the head of the committee. And Nancy Pelosi backed my boy. I can't think of his name. The guy who won, he was like an old dude in a wheelchair, right?
Jesus Christ, I don't know what you're talking about, but I believe it.
Oh, well, guess what? He died. He died.
Was that
like
one of
last
the dudes
week.
that died?
That's the dude that died. He had cancer.
And the budget passed because 2 of their fucking seats
passed
away.
A total of 10 Congress people have died this year, and 8 of them are Democrats.
Bro.
And they're all in their 80s, 70s, and 80s.
We need to have an age
let
limit.
It go.
We need an age limit.
On, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Look,
frustrating. It's so
to be a flight traffic controller, there's an age limit. I think it's like somewhere around like 50 or 60. There is an age limit where past this, you cannot like do it anymore.
Yeah.
To think that they have an age limit, but the person running the free world is some geriatric fuck, like, is absurd to me, like, you can't like manage planes, but you can manage the entire country, which also manage the agency that manages planes,
right.
like, come on, man.
It's absurd, man. It's been an issue since the Supreme Court justice passed away. Ruth, what's her name?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, where she was like, I want to hold off. They're like, please step down while Obama's in office. No, and she was a Democrat. She was left leaning, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm gonna wait. I wanted the election. What is it like? She
was saying that. She wanted like the people's voice to be heard. Blah blah blah. And we got cooked.
Yeah. And it's been an insane downhill ever since, right? It's been pretty absurd. So I don't understand. There's just so much hate. There's so much frustration. People are losing faith in their elected officials and government. Period. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I have zero faith in government, bro.
Yeah.
Like at this point, when they do shit, I'm just like, yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like the BBB that they just passed. The big beautiful bill.
Oh.
I mean, I'd forgive you if you confuse it for a BBL. Because it is big and it's nothing but ass.
Oh no, not like, big booty.
That's what it feels. They should have named it like big beautiful legislation, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like it's just absurd. Like, one, you can tell they didn't know what the hell was in this bill. Like, they fucking got it like at 11 p.m. at night, and like everybody agreed on it by like 9 a.m. It's like, you're telling me like the thing is this thick. You guys read through all that and we're just like, yeah, I think it sounds good. Like, there's no way in hell you read through all of that.
Yeah, they try to sneak it in 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
for no reason, right?
Which is crazy. And like, I saw like a lot of Democrats were giving them shit, basically saying like they have a tax break for tanning beds within like the bill, and it's just like, why? You know, like,
who is lobbying for tanning beds, dude? I
mean, there's someone of a different hue in our government. You know,
what is the tanning bed? That's so absurd.
It's fucking crazy.
It's insane. People are so like, I can't believe Democrats wouldn't vote for, you know,
no tax on tips,
no tax on overtime. But it's like, well, that's not true. The no tax on tip passed.
Yes, everyone
voted for that.
Yeah,
but people are upset that they don't want to pass the big beautiful bill because of the no tax on overtime.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, we're not upset about the overtime. We're upset about the taxes, the fucking Medicaid cuts, the cuts to Social Security, the cuts. I mean, it's just absurd, right? It's like, how could you vote for no tax on overtime while gutting literally the backbone
every social program?
You know what I mean? I think it was estimated like there's millions of people that are going to lose coverage for this. It's absurd. Like, it's like saying, you know, I don't understand why you won't let me cut your foot off. I'm gonna give you $1 million.
I'm saying
I don't want you to cut my fucking foot off.
I mean, for $1 million, I might let you cut.
Well, yeah, but not everyone. You know, some people like their foot. You know what I mean? They would spend $1 million to keep their foot. I'm just saying, like, you can't force people. Like, I'm giving you money.
Yeah, that's Okay, no, I agree.
I don't want to work. I don't want to fucking lose a foot. Like,
yeah, but they don't think that far, or they don't. They're very like, they narrow in on one specific issue, and again, this is by design. They do this on purpose, where it's like, hey, this issue is what you should be upset about. Don't mind everything else how we're fucking you over.
Right.
Worry about this one issue and be mad about that. You know.
Yeah.
But no. We can sit here and yell in our echo chambers all day. I mean, it ain't gonna change a goddamn thing. Until, you know, I don't know.
It's tough, man. I don't know.
The Mario Brothers get to it.
I know. This has been a very fun episode, actually.
Yeah, I know, right?
all cheery and
funs. I know it hasn't been a cheery episode. I mean, is there any good news out there, bro?
Bro, I don't even know. At this point, I feel like it just gets worse and worse, man. For example, Solo Leveling won Anime of the Year.
Did it? You're lying.
I'm sorry, man. I know I keep making it worse. This episode is getting worse and worse. Yeah, I got one Anime of the Year.
Fenrir.
Won like
Journey's End.
It won a few awards, but it didn't win.
Solo Leveling one.
Yeah.
Fucking ass.
I mean, it's
Brain Rot has gone too far. It's gone too far. You heard it here first.
It won Best Animation. It won Best. There was a couple it won, and then won Anime of the Year, which is just a popularity contest. I don't know what you expect. I don't think Down That I won anything besides Best Intro.
Yeah.
Which I'm a fan.
A banger intro, bro.
Right. It's very good.
Okay. Then it hits you with the soft, and you're like, okay.
Right. I fuck with it, yeah. But yeah, other than that, fuck, dude, I don't know. I can't think of anything that's not depressing.
Yeah.
And I feel like our listeners are probably like,
I'm probably like tuned out at this point.
Probably, to be honest.
Have you seen new Lilo and Stitch?
No, I haven't. I don't know how I feel about it. I hear they've kind of butchered it a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got rid of a few characters.
I heard they got rid of the main antagonist, the big alien dude.
What is it?
Yeah, the big dude that looks like a whale.
They got rid of him. They got rid of they don't like try to disguise. They just turn into humans. Bleakley and the other guy, yeah.
Doesn't turn to a woman?
No, he doesn't. Yeah, people got really mad that he doesn't.
That's his whole like character.
That's his whole
being
character.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit, bro.
They just get this like fake human. There's not a human actor that plays him.
That's lame, bro.
And the big dude doesn't have an accent anymore.
What?
I don't know, man.
That's kind of messed up. I mean, I'll hold my judgment. We're gonna go see it tomorrow.
I'm hoping it's fun. It looks fun.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's great, but I'm not holding my breath.
I'm a little sad. First, they didn't make Nani thick as hell.
Oh,
which I was just like, that ain't right. That ain't right.
I feel like that can't be too hard, right?
I'm saying, bro, like a Hawaiian, like come on. But like first that, then he doesn't dress like a woman. That was like his whole thing. Like,
I don't know how you get rid of big dude.
I've heard they make Bubbles, the FBI agent dude, or not the FBI agent.
He's the reason in the end of the movie. He's
a good guy.
He's the one that turns out. No, trust me, we'll watch him.
Yeah,
like he's the one that convinces the Federation, right?
To keep him.
Stitch.
Yeah,
I don't understand how they would. What the fuck would flip in the end? Who flips? I guess. I don't know.
But I was thinking about it because like. It's kind of wild that Stitch is blue and like no one questions it. They're just like, yeah, that's her dog.
It's a blue nose pit, bro.
But then I thought about it a little bit. Idiot. I thought about it a little bit more, and like the thought, like I pictured would my daughter do this, like bring home a dog and immediately dye that thing blue if she could. And I was like, yeah, it seems plausible.
Yeah,
I can see Lilo like getting a dog and just dyeing it blue immediately.
Lilo is just such a good movie.
Such a good movie, bro.
It's such a good movie. I mean, it truly is. It's so nice to see like that little kid just going through some serious stuff and like her still trying to keep that.
Yeah.
She just gets in trouble doing silly things here and there and
doing outlandish things.
Outlandish things, but it's so cute in a sense of like, I don't know, like I guess seeing it as like it's just a kid being a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
what really goes show is parenting in that movie A1. Nani?
Oh yeah, for real.
First of all, her sister, not even her mom, that's her sister. Just an outstanding like guardian, bro. Like first and foremost, like Lilo's a terrible kid. Like she's bad as she bites people,
Right.
And I think she gets her sister fired at one point.
Yeah.
And instead of saying like, yeah, like you got me fired, because Lilo asked her, like, did we get you fired?
Yeah.
And she says like something along the lines of like, no, he was a vampire and he wanted me to join his Legion of the Dead. And I said no. Instead of like crushing her. And the one time in the movie where she gets like actually upset with Lilo and like is yelling at her is when she was scared of losing custody of her when they were going to take her away. And I'm just like, that is a A1 like guardian right there, bro. Like no notes. Yeah, it's a good movie, man.
No, I agree. I think it shows the frustration, man, no matter how good intent you have of wanting to raise someone, you know what I mean? You really are like limited in your resources. I mean, if she could stay home with Lilo, she would. You know, if she could be home and be with her all the time. And Lilo clearly was just showing symptoms of like just wanting attention. And not having her parents and having troubles at school, not having anybody to like, express those feelings. And it's tough, man, she had to work all the time. It's tough, man. I don't know. You really do see that struggle of like having to provide and be a parent, you know what I mean? And like you just want what's best for your kid. And
but man,
it's tough. It's such a great story. Yeah.
Lilo, a real one, bro. Because she got picked on, but she threw hands quick, bro.
Yeah, she was ready to.
What was the little redhead girl's name? I don't know,
the glasses.
Yeah, we'll pick on her, and she was like, "All right, that's enough," and just
I mean,
threw hands.
I don't condone violence, but
I do.
I think bullies are gonna bully, man. They're not gonna stop until
you beat their ass. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I condone violence if it's necessary. If necessary.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think says he wants to see How to Train Your Dragon instead.
I haven't seen though. Well, I've seen the first one.
Yeah,
but I've heard they're very good. Never got into
they're
them
pretty
though.
good. Yeah, I don't know. It is nice the bonding between the father and child, right?
Yeah.
That is really cool. It's really good. I think there's a lot of that. It's really good, but I think Lilo's got it. If I had to compare
between the two,
Lilo and Stitch is probably much. Especially loves How to Train a Dragon though.
Really?
They hardcore, and it is more. I think that's more of a 1-to-1. People were complaining how like, oh, you might as well just watch the horror movie. I'm like, bro, who gives a shit? Like, let it go. I love like.
That's the thing. A lot of times where they're like, it's not as good as the original. It's a retelling. It's not going to be 1-to-1.
I don't know, man, but I'm okay with the retelling if you're doing like a different medium. No, I mean like a 1-to-1. Like like if you're doing like a completely different medium, like if like The Last of Us, if you told people like there's a great story in this game, they're like,
oh, okay,
I don't play video games. Who gives a shit? If the point is to bring the story to real life, so other mediums, so people can enjoy it, not just the gamers. I'm all for that. You know what I mean? Trying to keep the core concepts, the core whatever. Especially in the game, that kind of game, you don't have to change much. You know what I mean? Like there's no limits of like there's no issues with Gontu being 10 feet tall. You know what I mean? It's just people. Like you don't have to do that. So what they're doing in season 2, I'm not even gonna get into that. But
I haven't watched season 2. I've not heard great things, but also I didn't like The Last of Us 2. Like I got like,
I'm not gonna. We're gonna just go in this pit. I am gonna argue with you.
Fair.
I love The Last of Us 2. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I don't know, But anyways, they split the show up. I think it's going in 3 seasons.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're doing Abby's part in season 3.
Oh,
which, I mean, I guess it is a lot, right? But we'll see how it goes. I'm not. Season 1 was great.
Yeah, season 1 was great. But also The Last of Us 1 was great.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
It was great.
I liked it. I have no complaints, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was dope.
Did you kill the doctors in the final like level?
Can you not? Is there an option not to?
Apparently you could just take Ali and go. I murdered every single one of them. Yeah, I swear to God.
That's not canon though.
I don't know. Apparently you could like, because you roll in there with a gun and they like, like they're like, oh.
Well, he starts coming at you with a knife.
One of them does.
Yeah, Abby's dad.
Yeah, but like the other one would just chill. I murdered everybody, bro. I emptied that room.
I don't remember. I remember the knife part.
Apparently you don't have to kill everybody.
Like, that's pretty interesting.
Apparently you do. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, well, if you didn't, if you had, they would have never came after Joel. They wouldn't know who did it, right? Because that was the whole thing.
Oh,
the nurses are the ones that told him.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
you're supposed to. Maybe everybody. You should have.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Speaking of video games, have you heard of this new game? It's called Expedition 33, but it's
no, I haven't. I saw you talking about it the other day.
Yeah. I think the actual like long name is like Clair Obscur. Never heard of it. Expedition 33. It's a indie game, I guess, in a sense. But God, when I tell you it's phenomenal.
What is it about?
It's an RPG, so it's turn-based, which in itself most people like it turns people off because obviously like turn-based is very like it feels like Pokemon. You just pick a thing, but like it's very like interactive where there's a parry system where when they attack, if you time it perfectly, you can parry, you can dodge. I've never dodged. I'm a parry man. Either I'm parrying or I'm eating that shit like Thanksgiving dinner. It is so much fun, man, and the story is like it's like a French game first and foremost. So the music is just fucking dope, bro. It's very like
cool.
Elden Ring. But apparently the lead studio of it. Obviously, they outsourced a lot of the work because you have to. Every developer does that. But the lead studio consists of like 33 people.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is nuts that they put together a game this damn good, you know?
I mean, yeah, you'd be surprised, man, how far we've come in gaming, dude, bro. For real. Like, it's absurd.
Once we wrap this up, I'm just going to show you what the graphics
I got to see. I got to see what you're talking about. I mean, I know there's like all these engines out nowadays, right? That make things a little better. It's kind of like a framework. But it's pretty cool that you can hire some real professionals and make something with such a small team.
The main character, the voice of the main character is Daredevil. from the Netflix series.
I can't remember his name.
Charlie something.
Cox.
Charlie Cox.
Well, that's is that Daredevil's name?
Daredevil's name is Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock. Okay. So he just has like a comic book name.
I never realized that, but yeah, I guess he does.
Yeah.
And so like you put together this episode, and I'm completely wrong on his name. You know, I'm pretty sure it's Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
He does the main character's voice, but the story's great. Like fucking visuals is great. The music. Apparently, the dude who did the music, composed the music, they found him on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
like, this is how indie it is.
Like
cool. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
but it's so good, man.
Yeah,
and I'm like, damn, like,
what's up?
It's fucking dope. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
Damn, well, I haven't had time to play anything, man. Lately, I've just been life.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I've only played like fucking 2-3 hours.
Yeah,
because Jesus Christ.
No, I haven't. I've been living life, man. Working.
Yeah,
trying to get shit set up. Editing videos and shit. Setting up for the next videos. This is my life now.
I'm redoing our fence because
yeah, I'm working outside too.
The HOA sent me a letter saying, "Yo, fix your fucking fence." Yeah,
you can't even see it in that side, man.
Well, the side facing the street, I don't know if this is the side they're talking about. There was like those storms a month or so back.
Yeah,
it like knocked over like one of the pillar, the one that goes into the ground.
For the
fence post, yeah. So it's like leaning forward a bit.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's what they're talking
pull
about.
Pull it out and redo it.
Yeah, bro.
Such a pain in the ass, man.
Yo, pulling out the cement, dude.
In this heat, man, fuck that.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I got crazy ass branches and shit fell from that last.
Oh really?
Storm. I got so much shit to do, man. I'm not even looking. Fuck it. I don't care.
It's either that or you pay somebody, and like, Lord knows I can't afford that.
I can't afford that. No, sir. I can't even. We have a camera down, and I can't even fix that shit. I mean, it works. It's just the HDMI port's fucking up on it. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. It's been kind of tough. We got a lot of things going on. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's been kind of
all over the place.
All over the place. We laughed a little, cried a lot.
Yeah. We could cut that whole video game section, you know, like
yeah, I don't know. I think
that was more of a conversation for us, you know?
Yeah, I guess. But I also feel like that was probably the only brighter spot of the conversation. Yeah. I normally have a list of things to talk about, but I don't know what happened. I think I actually deleted it because I usually add a couple things here and there. But I mean, it always ends up being like depressing shit.
Yeah,
like
because that's all you can see, bro. Like I was doing my research and it was just like, that's depressing. That's depressing. That's depressing.
Sad. But like, give me something nice. All the trends on TikTok are all depressing. Lately I'm getting this trend where like people are like, this is very sad, but they're like, please stay for 30 seconds so I can pay for my child's leukemia or something like that. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I just put my phone down and go do something and like come back. But like the more you engage with that, the more I get it.
The more you get it.
And I'm like, I'm here to I would love to help you. Yeah. But I can't keep putting my phone down. You know what I mean?
Eventually I have to watch something.
Eventually I have to watch something. Yeah. So there's a lot of that. And also, you know, I don't know. It's kind of cool, man. I hope people, you know, help. You know, if there's a system to help people like that. Exactly. I mean, cool, but also, you know,
I know that's not what
it sucks that we're living in that.
That's what we have to do nowadays. Yeah. I mean, I know that's not what TikTok was set up for or whatever, but yo, you gotta finesse the system.
No, you
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, for real.
But more depressing shit.
Yeah. Damn it. Even the trends.
I'm saying,
even
bro.
the trends weren't happy. I'm just about to do that dance on TikTok, which you don't even do TikTok anymore. Huh?
I don't. The only thing I have left is Reddit.
Yeah,
and that's just because I trust that more than Google nowadays, bro. Like Jesus.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, genuinely, it's been like refreshing. Like
really
to not be on social media. There was a point in time where I was just anxious all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's true.
And like now I'm just like, you know, it really lends credence to like the whole ignorance is bliss.
Right.
Because that's how I feel. Like every time you tell me like, did you hear about? And I'm like, I didn't know that was happening right now.
Right.
That's
like, damn,
crazy.
That sucks. Who's ahead of that?
Yeah, I'm saying like.
Nah, I think that's a part of the reason why my algorithm's so fucked. Where it's so full of like really stupid brain rot shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the break. You know what I mean? That gets me like, look at this dumbass meme, right? It's really funny. And I just, I actively pursue other categories of TikTok, horror talk, music TikTok, brain rot TikTok. I love brain rot TikTok. It's so funny. And it's just like, cause I need a break from that shit, man. I get to come across some bullshit. And I'm just like, I'm not dealing with that shit today, man. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, for real,
I need
though.
something else.
Dude, I don't know why this made me think of this, because it is something that Adi's gotten into here recently, and like has like forced me to watch it now, and like it's actually kind of interesting. Have you seen Love on the Spectrum?
No, I haven't. There's like huge though, people.
It is nuts, bro. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's very endearing. Like some of these people, I'm just like, damn, bro. I hope y'all find love.
Yeah.
But it like some of the shit is just hilarious. Like, it's just like,
I mean, the interactions are kind of funny.
Yeah. Like just their mannerisms and shit. Like one of them like gets mad at his mom for setting him up on a date with a blonde when he likes brunettes. And he's so
and they're so unfiltered, right? Like they just do not care.
He's like, and they're like, hey, come on. He's like, I can hear you just fine. And I'm just like, yo, that's so funny, bro.
I mean, he's crashing out, bro. He said he wanted blondes.
He said he wanted brunettes, bro.
Oh, brunettes.
He doesn't like blondes.
She can dye her hair, bro. What's the problem?
I'm saying. But it's very funny, man. Like one of them's really into like medieval shit. And it's just like my lady, my lord, like it's just it's so funny.
Yeah.
But like it's very endearing. Like it's funny, but also in like a I hope y'all find love.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. No, I heard of some cool dudes on there, cool characters. Pretty funny. I don't know. I hear about it all the time, but I just never watched it. It's so hard to watch. Make time to actually watch something. You know what I mean?
You got to get everybody else involved. That's the thing. It can't be just a you thing. You
no,
get the family
I gotta get
involved,
the kids. Yeah,
and then
that's
you have the
that's
time.
why the only thing we watch is goddamn kid movies and shit. Miss Rachel and Dora the Explorer, like 24/7.
Hey man, you got to get them grow up and be like, yo, there are people on the spectrum that want love. This is their story.
That's very true. But I'm just saying, like, God dang, I can't even watch anything. Ceci was the first one to tell me, take that shit off. Damn it, it's not even that bad. Relax.
Well, what are you trying to watch, bro?
I do be watching fucked up shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, see, there you go. Trying to watch Law and Order in front of your kids, bro.
You gotta grow up. That's reality.
We're watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Be a fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul. Nah, I don't know. I don't have time to watch shit anymore. So it is kind of hard. I need to find time to make shit, to do things.
That's how I find like
father.
Well, that's the thing. That's how I find, like, obviously being a parent is very difficult and you don't have time to do a lot of shit. I find that like including them in the shit that I want to do anyway just kind of kills two birds with one stone. Like, hey, I wanted to watch this anyway. Let's all watch it together. You know?
Right.
Like I do that even when like we start a new show, provided that it's good for the kid.
Yeah.
If not, then it's like 8 p.m. Go to bed. We're watching this.
Right, right. I think that's my life is like right now. I mean, it's gonna get better now that she's taking a sabbatical and I'm moving the mornings. So
yeah,
it's definitely gonna be a lot better.
That's good.
We could probably focus on that and let them go to sleep earlier and do what they gotta do. You know? But I do that specifically when it's like time to go to sleep. Because if I put something that they don't like watching, they get bored pretty quick and then they just start passing out. My son just like, okay, I'm gonna go to lay down. I'm like, all right, well, hey man, be my guest.
He just stands up. I'm gonna put myself to bed.
Good night now.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, man. Good night. And he's like, I'm sleepy, daddy. I'm sleepy. Okay, go to sleep.
Yeah.
And baby girl just wants to be held 24/7. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta nip that in the bud, man. Like, no, you will be put down consistently.
Yeah.
Like my lower back cannot take care of you all day.
Right. Nah, yeah, it's pretty cute.
Even our daughter, like when she, when she's younger, she would fall asleep in the car, and you'd carry her in.
Yeah.
She'll still try to do that from time to time. I'm like, nah, wake up, bro. Like you're heavy, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out my back trying to lift you. I'm like, nah, get up.
Hey man, one day you'll never do that again.
Yeah, that day passed already.
Oh, okay.
I ain't doing that no more, bro.
Oh, never mind.
The last time
I think you would do it like one more time.
Nah. Last time I tried putting her in her bed because she has the like
oh,
the
that's
stairs
true.
bed.
I mean, you'd have to like
I tried.
press her up.
Yeah, dude,
No,
I
she's on the
legit
couch,
almost
dude.
threw out my back, like,
Yeah.
because I was like at this weird angle with like I don't know how much she weighs, but
Yeah.
like heavy enough to where I'm like I shouldn't be bending this way.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not doing this
Bro,
anymore.
no, that's a you fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
You're waking up on the couch. That's what you're doing. I'm not doing all that. What the
I'm
hell?
saying, yeah.
That's crazy.
So like, yeah, that day's passed, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Oh man.
Now I'm depressed. Thanks for making me think about that.
No problem, dude. That's what we do here at Papas. We're here to depress you guys
Yeah.
and think about life and shit. That's literally that
Yeah.
that line from Scott Pilgrim.
Oh my
Be
god.
sad and think about depressing shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. I think we're gonna call it here.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Food's on the way anyway.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I know this was I think we'll do a little better coming up with happier shit next time.
Yeah,
I don't know. Let us know what you guys want. Honestly, I don't know what direction to take this podcast in.
It is difficult. Yeah.
It's hard because I'm trying to gauge. I'm trying to like, do we want to go real specific on certain events or do we want to just shoot the shit? I do love shooting the shit. I do love talking about things we enjoy, about movies.
But the algorithm doesn't seem to like that very much. I think I don't know, they cater more to like specific
topics,
yeah. But I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll see what happens. Definitely would appreciate your guys' input as to where you would like us to go with it. And then we're just you're the winds beneath our sails. Just take us where y'all want us.
Let me know. Yeah, I mean, I still. We'll figure it out. We're having fun. Yeah, as long as we have fun. I am a little tired today. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not used to my new schedule, so I try to go to sleep. I go to sleep. I keep waking up every 2 hours because I think I'm gonna like miss my alarm for some reason. And then I look at the clock and I'm like, oh, okay, it's only 2 in. Oh, okay, it's only 3:30.
Bro, just take like 8 melatonins. You'll be out.
Oh God,
you'll be fine. Take some magnesium, melatonin.
Right.
You'll be
He's
good.
like, how much you weigh? About 9 melatonin.
Well, the last time I told you to take melatonin, you're like, it doesn't do anything. It just makes me sweat. I'm like, you can take like any of them bitches then, bro. Like, I don't know.
Have you heard of Ambien? Just on this delete Twitter.
Yeah.
And you'll be perfect.
You'll be great.
You're knocked out, dude. Yeah.
No. But thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all the like we said, we appreciate all the love, the comments, negative, positive, whatever. And please like, share, subscribe. And we'll see you again next week, hopefully, probably.
Yeah, guys. But yeah, guys, you can follow us. If you guys enjoy our content, we have plenty more. TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
I think that's it. If you want to listen to the podcast, you got Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify. They're all on those platforms.
Yep.
And if you don't really care about video, that's the best place to do it. And give us a like, man. Let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
Let us know. Talk to us.
All that stuff.
All that beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Buenas
noches.
Love you guys. Peace.